Notorious is really about the intersection between media and the legal world and what's happening behind the curtain that you don't know. It's about a news producer named Julia George who runs a Larry King Live type of show. And the reason, or one of the reasons that she can get such powerful guests on her show, and celebrities and stars and also people who are infamous, is because of her relationships in the legal world. And one in particular is her relationship with this defense attorney, Jake Gregorian. He's able to supply her with these very sensational guests, and in return, she helps paint the picture of their innocence. Julia, first and foremost, is a news producer. And I think she loves Louise Herrick, who is the star of the show, and really wants to make the best show possible for her and support her and her unique gift of being able to do this kind of entertainment news interview. I think where Julia falls apart a little bit is in her personal life, but you know, that's understandable. If you put a lot of time in at the office, something's going to get left out. Daniel Sanjado is a great actor, and so that makes it really fun to work with him. He's very charismatic, and I think he has the power to play someone like Jake Gregorian. And also, Daniel and I are basing these characters on two real people, Wendy Walker and Mark Garagos. And Mark and Wendy in real life are not romantic, but they have this kind of rat-a-tat-tat of two big power players. And so Daniel and I were really able to observe them and be around them, and so we're mirroring a really specific idea. I said to Wendy very on in the process that I'm not playing Wendy Walker. So that way when I do terrible things, people don't think that Wendy Walker did that. But she, you know, the first thing I did is read her book. When she finished Larry King Live, she wrote a book. And so I read her book and talked to her about it kind of ad nauseum. And in the book, you know, she has to keep a certain propriety, but I could really get into the details of things with her when we started. And then she was our consultant on the pilot, which we shot in Atlanta, which is where CNN headquarters is. So she took us to CNN headquarters. She's still friends with a lot of the really high-powered executives there who could let us see what a news meeting is like, how a control room works, what happens when there's breaking news. And so that was all really useful. And following that, I went to newsrooms in New York and LA to just prepare for kind of what her day-to-day life would have been like. The last show I did was a show called Covert Affairs, where I played a rookie CIA operative. And what was really interesting about that was starting as a rookie and sort of the underdog battle of when you know nothing. And for the next thing, I really wanted to play a boss. I think that's really interesting, and that responsibility. And now in my life, a lot of my friends, you know, are in powerful positions. And so I think that journey of an American woman in a boss position is something that I would want to watch.